How are you all doing? By my calculations, and I might be completely wrong, it's the end of the month. Potentially, maybe possibly the 30th. Are there 31 days in this month? Are there 30? I don't know. I can never remember how that goes. So, there's some days in this month, and today is possibly, maybe, I hope, the last one. Yeah! Do you know why? You know why I'm excited? Because it's the last day of that fucking diet. Health experiment that I was doing with my friend Brittany, and well, you know, cutting out all those extra calories, the snacks and all that, that has done something, because most of my calories were coming from sugar in tea and coffee. I ain't gonna lie, right? And I am quite partial to a pizza, or a burger, or a Chinese, or an Indian, or, well, really, anything from the Asians. They're pretty good, you know. Oh, but I have lost a bit. Weigh in for today, given today is the last day. I'll do another one tomorrow. But weigh in for today, 136.8 pounds. What that is in kilos and the other stuff, I can't be bothered to do the maths, but we're doing it in American because Brittany's American. She's the one that said, hey yo, your diet sucks balls. So in the Americans, that's what it is. Plus, I'm sure other people know how to maths. Pounds, I do it in kilos. The aim of the game for me between now and Christmas was to get to 63 kilos, which was 133 pounds. So, we're nearly there, and it only took a month, and I didn't really do anything, but I haven't checked for any of the negative signs, other than I want coffee, and I want sugar. With that said, as the kids were leaving for school today, a Deliveroo guy pulls up. It weren't for me, it was heartbreaking. So my neighbour comes to the door, oh yeah mate, I'm off work, and oh mate, I'm having McDonald's. And then I was like, motherfucker. Motherfucker. So, actually no, my wife said, well you could have had a fry up, you could have just knocked on the door, we'd have done you a fry up, you know, we'd have done you a full English or whatever. And I was like, well, and they're like, oh yeah, we could have had a fry up. I was like, I can't have a fry up, mate, I'm not allowed to eat it, I'm not allowed to have junk food. Right now I was like, oh, what about too? I was like, you cheeky cunt. But because he's having that, the wife has spoiled me, and because it's the last day, she's made me a wee sausage sandwich. Now, there is another thing. There is another thing that I'm proper fucking psyched for. Oh! I was bought a treat midway through the month, and just to show my resolve, I haven't touched it. But tomorrow... Oh yes. You will be mine. Beautiful. Oh, mate. That sandwich was fantastic. Simple. Probably high calorie. I don't know. I'm not a calorie counter. So good. I just know that my base metabolic rate is pretty on the low, like the 1,000, the 200s to the 1,500s, just being sedentary. So, you know, oh, so good. Well, the day went fast. Been running the minefield of maintaining, rebuilding an Arch Linux install on my old Lenovo X230 laptop. Oh my god! I've spent more time on that today than it would have taken to nuke and repave the damned thing. So, That's what I'm now doing. It's being nuked and it's going to be rebuilt. Arch is great. I love Arch. It's a Manjaro Linux install, to be specific, which is a spin of Arch Linux. But it's a rolling distro. And the trick with rolling distros, they are bleeding edge. You have the most up-to-date packages you could possibly think of, possibly imagine. As they come out, bam, they get put in there. Manjaro is a little bit behind the curve, but that's one of the reasons why I used to like and Turgos. That was pretty much as bleedy as you could get. I think was it Manjaro? I think it was Manjaro that's a little bit behind, but it's still good. It's Arch, realistically, with a little bit of extra care. Not that I really think it's needed, but because it's rolling, you really need to be there to maintain it, to keep it up to date. Just keep with it. As things come out, keep it up to date. Update comes out today, update. Update comes out like it's a week, just update it, you know? That laptop hasn't been updated in 2 years. And if you leave an Arch install for a period of time, things tend to go bad, and things have gone bad. Updates don't work. I've tried loads of stuff. People could like recommend all these different things. It's just like, it's not having it. The install is so old. That was before GNOME was updated to the most recent version. I mean, I really don't think I've touched it since 2020, which is insanity, right? But I'm now copying everything over to my NAS, and then I'm gonna, well, like I say, I'm gonna nuke it. But my God, it's one thing that really irks me about Arch though, is that if you don't keep up with it, it does just go and just dies. And it happens to me a lot. So, hey, yeah, you turned on your main PC in the last, like, month? No. Well, guess what? You ain't updating. That's not entirely true. It's not that bad, but sometimes it can be just be a bit sore to have to deal with. Now, it's official. With the day now being done, the health kick diety thing is over. And you're going to see joy and colour come back to my face tomorrow, because I'm not going to say this has been hard, but it's not been ideal either. So from the 1st of this month up until now, I have cut out sugar, caffeine, milk. I have cut out most junk foods. So like occasionally, like we've had a pizza for a cheat, we've had a burger for a cheat, but it's been like, you know, fish, potato. I've really been strict with what I eat. You know, there have been some kind of more junky things, but pizza and burger were two things that were specifically like a no-go on this thing for this month, and just doing that and nothing else, because most of my calories did come from sugar. I'll say it a million times over, most of my daily calories, even though I don't calorie count, I know they mostly came from sugar, from tea and coffee specifically. You know, I'd have like maybe 8 to 12 cups, 2 spoonfuls of sugar every time, maybe even more than that. I would finish a cup of tea or coffee and then go and brew another one straight away. A lot of empty calories. By cutting those calories, I have lost between 6 and nearly 10 pounds in this last month. I'd say maybe six to 8. I think 10 would be a bit of a push, but 6 to 8 pounds is pretty intense. And given that I'm a beanpole, I'm not fat by any stretch. I'd say that's reasonably impressive. Just cutting out snacks. Cutting out the snacks will make a big difference. If you just sat on your backside all day and you're still eating 3 cheeseburgers, you're gonna be big. And I think that's kind of the thing. If you're sat on your ass all day and you're eating an entire lasagna to yourself, you're gonna be getting a bit big in the middle. trick for me has been eat when I feel hungry. And I mean, like, when I can actively hear my stomach growl, which is a bit extreme, but like, I don't genuinely feel, I don't feel hungry. I don't feel hungry. And once getting past the sugar craving and the caffeine craving, it's been quite easy. I mean, I've walked past the yes and no, because I won't lie. Sometimes look at the old snack cupboard, and I'm like, oh, I could really do with that. The other day, I dreamed about shoveling 3 like chocolate cakes in my face. We have like these little chocolate rectangle cake things that my kids have, and I just like had in this dream. I'm just shoveling these chocolate cakes into my face, and this junk food into my face. It's good stuff. I ain't gonna lie. The good stuff is the most calorie rich, and that's the stuff that's gonna catch you out, man. So, if you want to be a beanpole, or you want to be like I'm now coming on to 9.5 stone, thereabouts, right? Near enough. So 100, roughly. If when I get to 133 pounds, it's 9.5 stone. So I'm in between 9.5 and 10 stone at the moment. Yeah. If someone wants to aim for like the 10 stone mark, if you're eating an entire pizza to yourself and then washing it down with Coke and all this other stuff, it's not. You're not gonna get there. You're just not gonna get there. It's all about balance and a little bit of self-control. You know. So nothing too super hardcore. It's not rocket science to not put food in your face, but I do understand that it's going to be harder for some people than not. So anyone that wants to lose weight, I wish you the best of luck, because sometimes it's miserable. Sometimes it's miserable. You just look at it, you're like, I want some cake. Everyone else is eating cake. I want some cake. You know, everyone else is eating cheeseburgers and pizza. I want cheeseburgers and pizza. But it's whatever you choose has got to be something that is sustainable for you. The healthy eating experiment is over. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, I don't know if I can say it was easy. It was. The process of not sticking food in my mouth was easy, but the I want to eat that was kind of annoying, you know? The smells of the good food. The just looking at people enjoying themselves eating the good food. That's a bit of a kicker. But that is my groove done. Iron Brew and burgers tomorrow. I might have had something profound to say about all of this, but I'm just like, I'm really tired and I wanna go to bed. I miss caffeine. I do. I'm probably gonna limit myself to coffee in the mornings and that. And I do miss all the junk food, because all the best tasting stuff is the most fun stuff. But I've got nothing. I think it depends on the groove. It depends what you want. But it's I guess it's worth a shot. Cut out the empty calories, and that'll do you a lot. I'll do you a lot. I said I'm going to go back to the minefield that is my arching stall, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. I guess technically she was kind of right. You'd lose loads of weight if you didn't eat all that junk. I reckon I could still keep the weight off with the junk. Everything in moderation. Just saying, you can be rake thin like me and still eat cheeseburgers. I ain't that thin, you tubby fuck. See ya.